Hey guys, Ultimate Toy Collector here. Today, we're going to take a look at the second wave for 2016 from Marvel Legends, Hasbro Marvel Legends Captain America series, the Red Skull, Red Onslaught Build-A-Figure. We're going to do these reviews the same way I did the Spider-Man ones. If you remember, I was talking about how there's the shared packaging for these figures, and in previous releases you would have the shared packaging, different figures, and you would have to hunt down the figures because they weren't all released at the same time. They were kind of released in two separate waves. Hasbro stepped up the game. The way they do it now, you get the shared packaging, the different figures, the swappable figures, but in their own sense, they are separate figures because they come with different Build-A-Figure pieces, and all together it's a different figure. But they do have the shared packaging and all in the same box. So you collect all 7 figures right off the bat. Boom, there you go, done. And this is what we got. All right, so these actually are up for pre-order. They should be shipping very soon from Big Bad Toy Store. So definitely, I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Click on the link, check out Big Bad Toy Store, order yours. They're ready to ship, coming at you now. And we're gonna take a look at today Scourge and Taskmaster. All right, these are definitely 2 of my favorite figures from the line, and good timing too, because Taskmaster is a character who's gone up against Deadpool time and time again, and what's coming out in like 2 weeks? Deadpool the movie. Perfect timing. So as we see here, regular Marvel Legends packaging that we've seen over the past few waves. It's got the window box style, and you can see everything that's in it. These 2 figures are under Mercenaries of Mayhem. Shared packaging, Mercenaries of Mayhem. You got a Build-A-Figure piece in each package. You got different weapons that go accordingly with each figure. And let's see, we'll just turn this in so we can see the packaging. And right here, Taskmaster, Scourge. Scourge is on that side of the box, Taskmaster is on that side of the box. So that's what I'm talking about, shared packaging. All right, same package, different figures, shared packaging. And while we have it here, let's take a look at this up close. We got our photo op of the 2 figures here. Excellent photography, a little trick photography going on there. All right, and here's a brief description of our figures. So, actually, one thing I noticed on the packaging, the figure was named as Scourge. I'm honestly really not sure who he is. He looks pretty badass, but I'm not sure who he is. But on the packaging here, it says Marvel's Demolition Man. So, I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to see who he truly is. And Taskmaster, I already know who Taskmaster is. So, on the bottom of the package here, we have all the figures that you're going to need to collect in order to build the Red Onslaught Build-A-Figure. Alright, we got 7 figures here. And each figure, if you look over here, there's a number, and with that number, that's the Build-A-Figure piece that comes with each figure. Just in case anybody needs it, I'm going to throw it up here. The UPCs. Alright. So there we go, guys. Here's our 2 figures that we're going to take a look at today. I've been waiting to get my hands on these ever since I saw them up close and in person at New York Comic Con. I couldn't wait to have these. So let's open these up and take a look. Alright, so here's our 2 Mercenaries of Mayhem out the package. Alright, still in hand, still my 2 favorite figures out of this wave. Alright, There's one other figure which is kind of unexpected, but I definitely like him. All right, so focus on this right now. Taskmaster out the package, and Scourge, or as it's labeled on the box, Marvel's Demolition Man. When I hear Demolition Man, I'm kind of thinking of like Wesley Snipes. But these figures are awesome. The accessories are awesome. Taskmaster, as we know, comes with an alternate head, which is pretty cool. All right, and the same way they did Spider-Gwen, where her head's kind of like inside the hoodie. That's what we have for these two figures, which is cool. So first up, let's take a look at Scourge or Demolition Man. Let me grab this guy for you. Let's take a look at him up close. He's a mercenary, all armored out. Definitely a cool figure. Now, the only thing that gets me with this figure, probably the only complaint that I have, would be his weapons. Okay, his weapons have a brownish tone, or actually are brown. The knife is okay because the handle is brown, but then the actual knife is black. So we'll slide that back in there. But his sidearm, I've seen them do a lot better weapons than this. Not too impressed. And his shotgun, or his rifle, it's kind of like a mix between that. Not too impressed with that. I would have maybe gone with a black and like chrome type of weaponry, or all black weaponry. That would have been fine. But this, just not a big fan of it. Besides that, though, let's take his weapons out of his hand. Let's take a look at the articulation on him. All right, love the mask, love the sculpt, the face sculpt on this. All right, I could easily see this getting turned into a crossbones. Easily see that turned into a crossbones. Shave down right here. Add a little paint. I can see that turned into crossbones. All right, and so he's got his harness here. It is attached to the body, but if you wanted to, I don't see why you couldn't just cut it off. It is attached. There's no like from, oh, actually, if you look right here, it looks like it detaches around the waist from there. And yeah, right here. Right here and right here. It would detach and you could just take it off of them. So it's not strapped to the body. You can remove it if you want it to. I'm not going to, but if you want it, you could. And let's see about the thigh holster. The thigh holster, that looks like it's pretty much on the body. It's slid up the leg. It's not attached, but it's slid up the leg. So that's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that at first. All right, so articulation, head, side to side. Not much up and down. That's about as much as you get up and down, but full side to side. Arms up over the head, out to the side, up about there. Bicep cut. All right. Double elbows, like so, and the wrist, side to side, and full pivot. There we go. So, and he's got an ab crunch. If you look closely under here, you can see that. Got ab crunch. And at the hips, you turn side to side. A lot of articulation on this. Full kick, full split. Good articulation in the legs. Got an upper thigh cut right there. Double knees, like so. And articulation in the ankle. Actually can pivot almost all the way around. And he's got a calf cut also. So there's a lot of articulation in this figure. Definitely very articulated figure. Definitely one of my favorite figures, besides the weaponry, which I know the weaponry is a big part. But I mean, that could always be painted. You could always switch out for other guns. Everything else, though, on point. The Sculpt, the paint app, I have really nothing to say in regards to that. So, yeah, nothing negative. The paint app on the figure is good. The Sculpt is good. The mask, the armor, love it. Love it. And I can easily see this figure being turned into Crossbones, maybe even a few other figures down the road. So, let's move on to Taskmaster. Get him over here. All right. Now, we see he's got one head on when we take him out the package. This is the head that we have. All right. This is kind of like one of the classic looking heads that we know him to have. All right. He's got his little white hood. Now, we can pop that off. And actually, so there we go. So this is his second head, more like a new style. Kind of like it, not bad. I know I saw people post that they're gonna try to make this into like a Casey Jones. It's actually not a bad idea. So let's take a look at him. He comes with his like an energy blade, I guess this would be. My daughter was calling it a lightsaber earlier. Let's take that out of his hand. And he comes with his shield. All right. We know Taskmaster to always have the shield. Cool thing about it, take it off, flip the handle up, and pop it in his back. So now it kind of looks like his weapons harness is holding that and just goes right on his back like so. Pretty impressed. Definitely like it. All right, so now he's got an over-the-shoulder gun harness here, holster. And let's see, I don't really see where this can detach. All right, so he's got another like utility belt around his waist here. It's not glued to the figure, but there doesn't seem to be a release for it like on Scourge or Demolition Man. All right, but it looks great on the figure, so I probably want to take it off. Now, paint app on this figure. Let's see, Sculpt in general. Sculpt is awesome. No complaints about the Sculpt. Paint app, a little, the white here on the chest, the blue kind of bleeds through a little bit. I don't know if you can really see it. All right, you can't really see it on the video, but up close, the white here, you can see the blue bleeding through. All right, there's a silver line underneath the white. That's a little jagged, not bad, but a little jagged. All right, and same thing with the white lines on the side of the body. Like you see here, blotches of the white bled through just a little bit. Actually, it's a reasonable amount of bleeding, but not bad. Doesn't fully take away from the figure. All right, so it's not gonna make me not want the figure, but you can see it. Just, you know, a little notation. All right, and so let's see the armor. The armor's like a silver metallic. It's kind of texturized. You could see like the plastic texturizing in it. It's not bad, not horrible, but like in the kneecaps, you can see it here. In the upper thighs, you can see it there. A little bit in the shoulders. But, you know, it is what it is. Down here. So, as far as the paint apps aren't perfect, but it's not bad either. you know, for the figure. The sculpt itself is definitely great. The head sculpts are on point, phenomenal. All right, we did already get a Taskmaster a while back. I'm pretty sure that was still Toy Biz era. So this is a up-to-date Taskmaster, which I definitely like. I have to check out my other one, compare them, but I definitely like this one. So let's take the shield off, do a quick, there we go. All right, so the head, side to side, up and down, got a good up and down. Even with this head, you were still able to get a good up and down. All right, got a good ab crunch. The body itself, very muscular. I definitely like it. This, I could see this body being used for some other things. At least the torso. You could definitely use it for a few other characters. Very muscular, but very not like overly bulky, but not too skinny either. So the accessories, as far as like his harnesses, great sculpting. I like them. All right, would have been cool if he came with 2 extra guns instead of the sculpted guns. If he actually had 2 extra guns, you could just put in there. Would have been cool, but not necessary. All right, and arms up over the head. Side can go up about yay so. Bicep swivel. Double elbows, even with the arm, the elbow pad in there, you're still able to get double, like so. Out to the side, and the wrist, back and forth, all around, good rotation on that. Ab crunch, side to side on the waist, good. This one had a little more articulation, and the legs, but pretty good split. He's got a split in the upper thigh. Helps for posing. All right, double knee, even with the pad here. No calf cut, and articulation in ankles is good. So we'll throw this in his hand here. Put that on his back. And here we have our Taskmaster. So thanks for checking me out, guys. Like the video, share it if you like it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these 2 figures. Let me know what you think about this wave. What do you think Hasbro should put out over the next year besides what we've already seen? Any requests? What would be like your ultimate Marvel Legends wish list? So, yeah, just look me up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, The Ultimate Toy Collector. And just thanks for checking me out, guys. Appreciate it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And I got a few more from this wave coming up, so definitely stay tuned. And definitely keep an eye out Monday. Gonna be posting something. Just letting you know. All right. Until next time, guys. Happy hunting.
Be sure to check out www.bigbadtoystore.com.